right, last Metal Monday of January, Brett. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
So we're almost into February already. You
Yep.
know, everyone says it, everyone thinks it, but the time just goes by like that. It's
Yep.
insane, you know. We've seen a lot of ups and downs this month when it comes to, you know, copper, especially.
Been volatile for sure.
I always ask you this time of the month. Is it ferrous going up, down?
Yes.
Up. I love it. So
Depends on where you're going with it, but
over here on the
there's
West
enough
Coast.
there's enough strength on the export side that it's going to help us on the West Coast. Is it going to go up, a significant amount? I don't know that I believe that, but is the market going to be better? Yes.
Okay. Well, good. That's good news. We'll take that. We'll take that as a W.
Yep.
Copper still, it looked like we were going to get, 460 numbers there at some point in January. We're dipping around 440.
You know what I've started to notice, and I talked about this a little bit before? When the stock market comes off, it almost feels like, copper gets a little momentum. And when the stock market's up, it feels like it kind of loses some momentum. Not all the time. It's not like a perfect, one-for-one relationship. But I'm also starting to notice that in the PGMs. Like, when the market's down, the PGMs, especially palladium, platinum, they've been gaining ground. And I don't know if that's because of Russia and, obviously Russia being a big producer of palladium and, I'm sure that has something to do with it with all the Ukraine-Russia talk. But it just feels like lately, as the market's been getting beat, there's people have been pushing harder into, more familiar territory back to real commodities.
Is it because they are jumping ship from the stock market over to commodities?
I don't know. I just my gut feel is that if we get a tougher, say, stock market, then we might see some opportunity on the base metal side and on the precious metal side. So the market volatility doesn't really bother me as much, I guess. It's been a good run for palladium for sure the last couple weeks. Platinum's had a good run. Rhodium is kind of hanging around. Obviously, that's going to be auto demand driven, and then Russia, Ukraine driven. There's going to be some big moves there. But base metal side, nickel's still 1030 something, and copper's 430. Aluminum's
still,
$140.
Yeah, which is crazy.
It's there's lead's strong. I feel like if this year, I know people are kind of down talking this year because last year was a pretty good year, and I'm not predicting the future. I'm just saying if a couple things go right, if COVID finally kind of seems the talk of COVID and everybody being scared of it and kind of starts to digress, then there's real potential for the economy, I think, to have a good 2022. And I know that's what I'm, kind of anticipating, but crazy shit happens on a daily basis, and you never know where that's going to go.
Well, a lot of countries are lifting some of their mandates. A lot of, Ireland, I think Portugal. I know that because our spin instructor travels there a lot, so she's excited that got lifted. So that's a good sign. If that keeps happening, things get lifted. I even hate saying this word, but things turn back to normal, because that word's so, overused these last 2 years. It'd be nice to get some normalcy back in our world and just see the markets, go on a tear. It feels like they're waiting to do because, just
I feel like the
demand.
pump's primed. The liquidity's there. The money's in the system. You're seeing it a little bit on the inflation front. So, I feel inflation could back down if people went back to work. I feel like some of that can be solved. I think we're kind of our own worst enemy to a certain extent, but it is what it is. But my prediction is if we can get some things to kind of all the down talking as far from the COVID standpoint or whatever else, and the down talking of the economy, inflation, if we could just go to work every day and just kind of go do what we're good at, which is build businesses, build economies, repair some infrastructure. If some of that infrastructure starts to come to fruition, this could be a good year.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll wait and see.
Time will tell.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks.